hello and welcome as usual to the Geek Lab, and our continuing I think this is video 5 on Eaglemoss's Build Your Own 3D printer. Now it was running a few days late this month, and starting to get a little bit concerned, thinking of emailing him, wondering what's going on. And today a courier, now it usually comes with the postman, it usually comes in a bag, but today a courier appeared with this rather large, rather heavy box. In fact, it was so mysterious, I actually opened it up to double check what it was, and I've put pictures in the Facebook group, so if you remember the Facebook group, you may have already seen a brief glimpse of what's already in here. And yes, that I have had surgery on my left hand middle finger. I had a cyst below the nail, so that's been removed, so that's what that is, for anybody asks. Now you know. Okay, so last month, before we move on to that, let's talk a little bit more about last month. Last month we finished off the Y-axis and we put the cover on, and it was noted by some people, especially other people who are building this, that it runs a bit noisy. Now a quick tip off Neil Simpson of the Facebook group: if you get some light bicycle oil, take this cover off and just oil the shafts, run it along a few times to get it around the bearings and all that goodness, it runs a hell of a lot quieter. And I've done this with this one, and it now runs lovely and quiet like your average average printer. So good tip from Neil there, you might want to do it yourselves. So this month, and yeah, big box, rather exciting, and it seems that this month is going to be concentrated on starting to build the structure of the printer, which is why it's so big and so bloody heavy. But I'm going to change the format of this this month, because if you're a subscriber this month, you get this. This is the subscriber gift, and it's the toolbox. So let's have a look at what tools we get. This is a bit difficult with a finger missing there. Ow, that hurt. Bent it slightly, hurt the finger. Alright. Okay, so nice little case. Not bad. V3 symbol there, and let's see what we get inside. Ta-da! Yep, I got a basic toolkit for doing work on 3D models. We got some Allen keys. Why we've got Allen keys I do not know, but there's obviously a reason, else they wouldn't spend money on them. Some long nose pliers, some screwdrivers. It's a bit strange. It's supposed to be a finishing kit. Oh, there's obviously a reason why they've done this. A spanner. Maybe these are for doing the building the printer as well, I do not know. Clippers and a spatula for finishing. So look at the tools themselves. Yep, they seem pretty well made. They're well complete there. Get it back in. Tight fit. So look at these. Long nose pliers, usual colour. There we go. Can't grumble. Ow! Sorry, smacking my head against the lights here. Okie dokie. So that looks good. That will go next to the USB key that we've got. It goes with this kit, and that's the second subscriber gift. There are more. I shall not mention them for people who are following along. You shall see them as they come. So that's that. Nice little kit. Okay, Eaglemoss. Yeah, good job there. Just get this thing closed. Alright then, let's have a look at this once. Yeah, I'm going to have to move these rather large parts out of the way. Very well packed. Now, once there. More stuff, more brackets. You'll see in a bit. And just put this into shape. And we get our second file as a subscriber. So there we go. Okay, let's put that to one side and let's grab our first magazine, which is episode 12. And I'm just going to have to find something to cover up the keys. Right. Today's cover up is August 1982 edition of Television Servicing Video Construction Developments, ATP. Cool. Right, so there we go. Here is issue 13. VC printer board, the Y-axis bracket. 3D modeling step by step, and let there be light. 3D printing transformations. Oh, get this right, I mean. 3D printing transforms the world of lighting. Okay, cover the code up, and let there be light. 3D print. Ooh, get down shot there for you properly. Okay, turn the light off so it doesn't reflect. 3D printing has triggered a revolution in the world of lighting and light shades. The possibilities are endless. Here are just some of the most inspiring examples. That's nice. I don't think I can do it easily on this printer. Okay, there's my cover. Put that to one side. Oh yes, that's interesting. You can get the file to that. Wouldn't mind printing them out for the lab. They would look cool. Okie dokie. Weird lights there. Alright. And the 3D design tutorial is the trophy we've been working on. Well, I haven't been working on because I haven't caught up with this yet because I've been too busy with university work, but one day it's all there waiting for me and I can work my way through it. In this exercise you'll delete the groups that are made in the last issue as they're no longer needed. Then you'll resize the trophy to make it printable. So what we've been doing in this tutorial is building objects from various parts and putting them together. So this is the conclusion to that, I think. Extensions add value. In this exercise you will use an extension to convert your SketchUp design into an ST file so that you can import it into your 3D printer software. Here's how to do it. Okay, Jargon Buster components. Right, we're done now. Okay, that's that tutorial there, converting it. Cool, I need to know. People forget that with this series that you're getting inspiration, you're getting tutorials. I know you can get them all online, but you know it's all structured and built here. It's all well done so far. Okay. Minions. Batch printing. When you want to print a set of the same parts or group of parts that will be assembled, it's often quicker and less effort to arrange all the parts together on your print bed so they can print it in one batch. I hadn't thought of that actually. So if you're building a piece that's made of multiple parts and you can fit it on the bed, small parts, you can build like they did with, well they still do, with the, what do you call them, the Airfix kits, where it all goes on one bed, joined together. Then you can pop them out, put them together. That is a good idea. Right, Y-axis bracket. So we're going to be fitting this on this episode. You shall see that later. I'll just show you the bucket. Nothing exciting. There it is in its bag. Ta-da! We'll fit on the top. Join it to the structure. Ow, finger hurt. Pulley finger. I have to draw a minion on it. Anyway, so that's that. See what we got this month. Dragon Puzzle Part 2. Yay. Print out more of the Dragon Puzzle for Fluffy. A sturdy hook. I think I'll give that one a miss. Looks like it's sticking its finger up at you. Actually, make one with a finger sticking up like that. Yeah, just like that. Make more fun. 10-pin bowling set. It's going to be the world's smallest 10-pin bowling set. Height, pin. Oh, okay. 60mm, so 6 centimeters. Yeah, desktop bowling set. And a Sphinx, which is 5.6mm high. That's not too bad. With depth 8, yeah, sure. It's not too bad. Not really my thing though. Thought you might do, but I think you should probably get a better model than that. Shall see. Right. A preview of the Vector 3 software. Oh, this is something new. Okay, so we're going to have to download and install the Vector 3 software. Cool. And starting to learn how to use it, and a preview of part 13. So, we shall now grab 13. Okay, part 13. Center on the camera. There we go. In this issue, V3 printer part. Left bottom plate and feet. Okay. 3D modeling step by step. Printing and the construction industry. Okay. Publishing houses. I think it means construction industry, is it? Due to the sheer size of the elements involved in the construction industry, the advent of 3D printing didn't seem to have huge potential in its early days, but things are changing. Designers and architects are taking on the challenges of large-scale 3D printing in innovative ways. Okay, yeah, I've actually seen one in Germany where they're actually printing a house, an entire house. Yeah, it's a big printer. It's not one of these. I'll give you that simple tip straight away. It is not one of these printers. Okay, so watch and learn. The 3D printed canal house project in Amsterdam has guided doers, making dreams a reality. Large-scale projects. Using his 25 years of experience in working in the construction industry, Andre spent years building and refining a large-scale 3D printer capable of extruding a cement material. Having achieved his goal of building a model castle, his aim is to build a 2-story livable house. Cool. 3D printing on a grand scale. 3D printers that are used in building construction are much... This is a great printing device, isn't it? Are much bigger than our Vector 3. No shit, Sherlock. Of course, and resemble... Oh, excuse me. Stage lighting rigs. They squirt chlorine onto mixtures of sand and magnesium oxide to turn them into synthetic sandstone. The Winsoo machine used to build the 10 bungalows as 105 feet, 32 meters long, 33 feet, 10 meters wide, and 22 feet, 6.6 meters high. It can pipe out 2 inches, 5 centimeters of sandstone per hour. Pardon? 5 centimeters of sandstone an hour. Wouldn't you be best building it by hand the traditional way? You're probably using less power. That can't be right. 5 centimeters an hour. Imagine how long that's going to take to build a sodding house with that. It's got to be wrong. It's got to be wrong. Anyway, let's move on. Printing more than one thing. Making an assembly of parts can take a long time if you choose to 3D print them one by one. To keep the job as quick and painless as possible, let's find out how you can get a whole batch of parts completed in one print. So, pretty much similar sort of thing as last time, but doing it in the 3D engine. Making the necessary arrangements. This exercise, God, I've lost the bad speech. I blame this. This exercise explains how to load multiple STL files onto your print area template. You'll also learn how to reposition them using the rotate and move tools and load them into your printer software as a single STL file. Got there eventually. Okie dokie, so getting a bit more complex now. Cool. Wonder what level we'll be at by the time it gets to the last episode. It'll be quite interesting. Leaving a tolerance. When designing a 3D model parts that will fit together, it is important to get the tolerances right. Leaving clearance gaps between touching parts makes assembly easier and allows them to move and interact freely. Good idea. I wonder if we'll be getting files like this. That'd be a good little thing to build, actually. Yes. I wonder. It'd be nice to build. Get some of that done, Eaglemoss. We want something like that in a file, if you're watching. Bottom left plate with Vector 3. This should ensure you'll receive the left bottom plate that will help to support the printer's main frames. So actually starting to see this thing go together. Left. Hey, with feet. Non-stinky, don't have to wear trainers type. Or sneakers if you live in America. Okay. That is part... Oh no. The Doll's House Dining Set, Part 1. Start your collection of 1 to 12 scale Doll's House furniture with this issue's dining table. You will get the next design for the dining chair to complete your dining set in the next issue. No thanks. A simple boat. Oh, I can use that in the bath. Yeah. Ooh, now that looks good. Gear keyring. Yeah, I might make use of that. This looks good. Once you've printed and assembled these Nautilus gears, you'll be so pleased with the results, if it's gone right, and the way they move, as you won't want to put them down. That looks quite geeky. I like it. I think that will be printed. And getting the perfect finish. No 3D printer is perfect when it comes off the print bed. It requires skilled attention before it can be transformed into a fully realized model. Here we explain the basics. And showing you the tools that we get. Ow, should have done that. Okay, and a little bit of knowledge about filaments and the different types. So, that is issue 13. Issue 14. I need to drink a tea and I think my feet are going dead. Oh well. Right. Okay. In this issue, V3 printer parts. Right bottom plate and feet. 3D modelling step by step, and 3D printing. Make sure your designs stand up. Always a good idea. And you can see the sense of scale of this thing. It's quite large. And quite heavy, judging by the weight of the components come so far. There is, just to cut things short, there we go, forgot. There is, yeah, it is often said when people talk about this that the components are so far really high quality. There's no cutting corners with this thing. It's really well made. So, lost wax. The lost wax technique, a method of casting metal, is an ancient art. The addition of 3D printing has brought it bang up to date and yields you huge cost and time savings. So this is metal 3D printing. Weird stuff. Yes, I know there are loads of different materials you can use. And so there we go. 3D printing with metal. Cool. Going around rotations. One of the tools that can trip up SketchUp learners is the rotation tool. Don't worry if geometry isn't your strong suit. There's no need to get confused. With a little practice, you'll soon get the hang of it. So spinning stuff around. More rotation tips. I shall be working my way through these eventually. I think the police are coming for me. You'd see that at the nut house. I've got the windows open. It's quite warm in here for change, so I got the window open, so I have to ignore that noise. Designing walls. Everything you need for 3D printing contains some form of wall. Everything you design for 3D printing contains some form of wall. For the best results, it's important to understand their purpose and plan them properly from the start. Height to weight ratios, jargon buster, watertight. Checking for holes. Yeah, the SketchUp Extensions Warehouse has a clever free extension which is worth downloading. It can be a real help for checking for holes. Solid Inspector checks that your object is solid or watertight. It will analyse and highlight any problems as well as fixing them. With care and practice you'll be able to do this yourself before long. Like the hand. And I bet eventually they'll go through techniques of smoothing off, but yeah, you can use chemical methods of smoothing that off. That's our feet, which is just like the last one, but the other way around. And that's left. Hang on, is this right? Bottom right. Bottom right. You pull forward. Bottom right foot. Ta-da! So it looks like we're going to be building the base today. Yes, and the feet. But not going upwards. I'm just going to be building the base by the looks of it. So, there we go. Doll's house dining set part 2. No thank you. Bike cup holder. No, well, how well that would last on a mountain bike. Questions. Tweezers. No. Twist vase. Yeah, that could be. How high is this? Height 79mm, so 7.9 centimeters. May need scaling up a bit. If you could any way to convert STL files back into 3D files, you could scale it up, reprint it. PLA versus ABS. Now these are the two filament types. So this is comparing the benefits and disadvantages of each one. Now this is what I was on about. Yeah, the surface of an ABS model, right, can be easily smoothed with acetone to produce a superb shiny finish. That was the technique I was on about, using acetone, which is available in nail varnish, so you can get it cheap, and you can achieve a smooth finish. Yes. Print it on different colours, all sorts of things. So that is that one. And last but not least, about 15. Okay. Whew. In this issue, there's a lot of talking. I'm male, I'm not used to all this talking. 22 minutes of talking. Usually lucky if you get 30 seconds out of me. Right, okay. In this issue, V3 printer parts, mainframe and brackets, 3D modelling step by step, and magnificent metal. The world of 3D printed metal. That's my cover. From Eaglemoss. Right, magnificent metal. Intricate jewellery, gold teeth, engine turbines, rocket thrusters. The range of items now being 3D printed in metal is growing constantly. Let's take a look at what's being made and how and why. Cool. Oh yes. Oh, make your own watch strap. Cool. May have to get a metal version. Yeah, sell the house to get that one. Oh, a balancing squid. An eye-catching bottle opener. Bottle opener by US designer, blah, 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 3D printed in steel. Well, not going to be able to do that for this technology, but you never know, one day. This heat exchanger by a UK company Within is 3D printed in a single step, and its structure makes it more compact, pardon me, and effective. That's what happens when you have lunch before making a video. Drafting in SketchUp. SketchUp was designed with 3D modelling in mind, rather than for drafting and technical drawing. However, you will benefit from knowing how to use SketchUp as a drawing board to carefully measure your designs. Okay, very good. Like it. I love V3. Okay, right. Okay, that's our tutorial. Make it snappy. Right. Direct metal laser sintering. In DMLS and other processes of its kind, manufacturers have the ultimate tool for printing super accurate metal parts straight off the computer. Here's how it works. Nice. Sintering or melting. Despite its name, it is melting that occurs in DMLS SLS. The term sintering is a hangover from the pioneer days of SLS, selective laser sintering, and properly applies to various plastics. It describes a process of atomic change that occurs without melting. The metals fused in DMLS actually do melt, but the name has stuck. There we go. And oh, we are going upwards. Ah, cool. So here's the main frame that we get. This one. It's huge. It's heavy. It's bloody well built by the looks of it. Yep. It comes in all this packaging. The screws and stuff on the other side. So we are getting to see the main part of the printer now, and you can hear my excitement. This could take a bit longer to do. Do we put the Y-axis in? Not quite yet by the looks of it. No. Although we got the bracket. No. I wish I could put the Y-axis in. That would be cool, but this will come. This will come. This also means I'm going to find a bigger home, because I think it's going to run out of space on its little home at the moment. Sort that out in a bit. Okay. Small drawer unit, part 1. Very small. Height 59mm, 5.9 centimeters. Very small. Width 120 millimeters, 12 centimeters. Yeah. Approximate filament used 3,867 centimeters. I don't know how much you get in a reel. I'll have a look at that. Right. Giant paperclip. Tower of Hanoi. It's a little throwing game. The aim of the game is to move all the discs from one rod to another rod. Start with all the discs powered in a neat cone on one rod, with the largest at the bottom and the smallest at the top. The rules of the game are as follows. Move one disc at a time. Only move the uppermost disc on any stack. Never put a large disc on top of a smaller disc. There are only 2 files to print. One contains the base and rods, and the other discs. You can gently sand the rods for a good fit. So again, multiple part thing. Practice good housekeeping. Oh, I almost came out Yoda then. Practice. If you find yourself searching through files and folders, wasting precious time instead of preparing your 3D model for printing, then it's time to put these housekeeping tips into practice. Stuff for numpties, basically. Yeah, because I've already got mine sorted into files and folders and stuff, so there we go. And I'm not going to show you the back, but I'm going to have a quick nosy myself. Ooh. Okie dokie. Right. So, that's our magazines for the month. I think it's time to get building. Right, starting at the beginning, we have to fit the Y-axis bracket, and I'm going to be using my shiny new toolkit, which, oh, I love that smell. I've smelled that for years. So I'll be testing that out, and away we go. Okay, that has to be the smallest monthly job ever. That's it. Yeah, that's it. We just got to fit that bracket onto there so that doesn't feel out of place in this one's operations. So, and I'll put that to one side, and let's get on with the rest of it. Putting the printer finally start to take shape. Here we go. Right, I had to stop the video there because it was just getting too big to put in the camera view, and bits all over the place, and it took ages to get this together. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 blister and screwdriver wrecking screws to get in there. There are some really difficult ones to go in there, and it made my hands very sore, but if you wanted a quality built product, you're going to have to pay the pain. Feet are obviously under there, and this is ready to go in whenever that happens. Probably somewhere around there, I don't know. Being daft now, aren't I? It's a y-axis, so it goes that way. So somewhere around there, that will eventually go, or perhaps that way, I don't know. Anyway, so, yes, we can actually see some structure on it now and get a sense of scale. Well, I can, because I'm sitting here. But yes, it's quite a large device. Whew. Well built, but certainly going to suffer pain for it, especially on these screws, which are very difficult to get in, very tight. So, until the next one, thank you very much.
You need to quit being dirty. You're a dirty boy.